Hello, I'm Coercer, and we're watching games from ArtifactCup number 31. We've seen the first matchup in round 1. This is a round robin tournament, so everyone plays against everyone, and we're now going to look at the second match in round 1, and that was played between Tren and MuadDib. The game will be played on Dune C. Tren will be playing as the Soban and MuadDib as the Coalition. So it'll be a bit interesting to see just how these two factions clash against each other. As of course there are some differences between the Soban and the Coalition. Now MuadDib is new to the scene. I haven't actually played against him, I believe, so we'll see what he brings to the table. And Tren is of course a veteran. He has won many Artifact Cups, and we'll see how this will play out. Now Dune C is a 4-player map, and that means that each player will start off with a second main extraction zone available to them immediately. Well, it doesn't have to be broken up, so yeah. We'll be looking at this match from MuadDib's perspective. Here he is in his grey Coalition carrier, and up here in the north we have Tren playing as the Soban in the sort of wine red and white Soban carrier, I guess. And we'll see what the Soban will be up to. So Tren has gone ahead and researched light assault vehicle fabrication.
Proceed to rally point.
And both players are just building up the resourcing operations. Now, interestingly enough, Tren did not retire his base runner, while MuadDib did. So it'll be interesting just what will happen as these players clash. MuadDib's drone goes down to Tren's base runner. And I do believe I made a mistake earlier. I was looking at MuadDib, of course, and not at what Tren was researching. So MuadDib has researched light attack vehicle, and he is now producing a support cruiser. And it seems to be an interesting choice. He probably could have gone for support cruiser first. And then research light attack vehicle, since he isn't producing anything else at the moment. But I don't know. That's just my way of thinking about it. So he did queue up a bunch of LAVs and a salvager, and he is researching AAV fabrication. He has 2 salvagers mining from the CU field, and that support cruiser will speed up this mining operation quite considerably, while Tren has positioned his carrier in the middle, or well, at least a bit closer to that secondary extraction zone there, so that those salvagers don't have that far to go to deliver their cargo, and these salvagers can just turn around and chop it off immediately. So this is a position that most players should try to achieve when they play on these 2-player maps. Tren has picked up a artifact with his base runner, and he's going to deliver it without much issue, while MuadDib is hunting down that drone with his LAVs. Now both players have the same amount of LAVs in the field, but if MuadDib is not careful, those LAVs will be picked off by Tren's LAV force, since he has them bunched up, and he has just split his LAVs up. So it looks like MuadDib will lose this one, and indeed it goes down almost immediately, while an AAV is also on the field and moving across towards MuadDib's location. Now MuadDib has decided to place his support cruiser at his main and move his carrier here, which I guess is working anyway, but he really didn't have to move his carrier at all, and the support cruiser is a bit quicker than the carrier, if I remember correctly, is it? I believe it is.
Armored assault
Yes, it is.
operational.
It has 10 more speed. So, another LEV goes down for MuadDib, and Tren is now moving in with his AV,
Armored assault modifications
and
carried
another
out.
LEV is lost for MuadDib. He does have 2 AVs ready to help with the defense. He will be able to place some smoke here on his salvagers so that AV won't be able to do that much damage. But with just AVs, this will be a bit of a tickle fight. Especially, yes, MuadDib does have the armor upgrade, so that AV really won't do much damage to MuadDib's forces. And Tren is standing by with a small force of LEVs ready to strike at any targets of opportunity. And Tren decides to attack the support cruiser with that one AV. He knows that that's probably the best course of action, since there's nothing here to kill the support cruiser. We'll see if MuadDib will switch over to repair systems, and as soon as MuadDib moves that carrier, Tren moves in with his LEVs and starts dealing damage to MuadDib's salvagers. And now MuadDib has to focus on something. He just lost a support cruiser to a single AV, and that can be devastating to him. And Tren is just moving in with the rest of his AV forces. And in the meantime, Tren has picked up 2 more artifacts, and he is going to deliver them without any problems. And MuadDib now has railguns on the field, so that should help him immensely. But these AVs pretty much did all the damage they needed to do. They distracted MuadDib long enough for Tren to set up a comfortable lead. MuadDib lost a support cruiser. He lost 2, 4, 5 salvagers, and there are still LAVs out for Tren, and they are comfortably taking out that railgun there. They're still firing on these salvagers, and the range on these LAVs is simply immense. So Tren definitely got a lot of bang for his buck there, not only taking out all of these salvagers and that support cruiser, but also wasting a lot of time for MuadDib. And now Tren is pumping out those really good Soban railguns. The Soban railguns have a higher damage per minute, damage per second. I'm not sure what the correct term here is. They fire quicker than the standard Coalition railgun, but they deal less damage per shot. Overall, though, they are more powerful than the standard Coalition version. MuadDib has a force of 5 AVs. Well, he's moving out with a force of 40 AVs and 4 railguns. And he is going to leave 2 AVs at home to protect that new support cruiser. But Tren is just keeping his forces up on top of this dune. He has positioned all of those railguns on top of this ridge, so as soon as something will be displayed or revealed to these railguns, they will open fire. Tren has strike fighters in the air, and I'm afraid MuadDib doesn't have any kind of AV available. He could use LEVs to attack these strike fighters, since LEVs can shoot at air. But his forces, MuadDib's forces, are for now forced to retreat or engage while strike fighters are dealing damage to them. And it definitely looks like Tren is gearing up to fully assault MuadDib. Tren has 3 artifacts secured, so it's a 3-0 artifact lead, and MuadDib is pretty much just boxed in his initial position, and Tren didn't even have to open any additional bulkheads. He's just mining from these 2 initial locations, and he's pumping out more railguns and more LAVs to support his force. And now Tren is moving in, and it looks like MuadDib decides that the game is lost I think he had a good sense of how losing that support cruiser and those salvagers put him behind, and seeing those strike fighters was probably the final straw where he decided, yeah, I'm not going to win this next engagement. Oh well. This was a very decisive match, but MuadDib was going up against Tren, who I guess is pretty much the reigning champion at the moment. So well done, all the same, and we'll see how MuadDib fares in the rest of the tournament. So we have one other matchup remaining in round 1, and we'll look at it. We will look at it next. Thanks for watching.